Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Paul Velty, founder of Peaceable Texas for Firearms Rights, with us for another 5 minutes, and Bob Chapman joins us. If you just tuned in, the headline at Infowars.com. Feds convict Texans for selling a gun to illegal alien with Texas driver's license. That's the press release. We've got links to Peaceable Texas for Firearms Rights. I appreciate Paul Velty joining us. Paul, give out the website. Again, this is a national issue. The Obama administration using illegal aliens who are given driver's license to go set up citizens who legally transfer firearms to them. They're also trying it with gun shops. They come in and fill out fake forms. Government says they don't care. They're sending you to jail. They want to, by hook or by crook, extrajudicially outside the law, or by using fake laws with juries or misapplying laws to send people to prison. Yeah, well, I call it creating legal risk. If they make something like gun ownership so legally risky and costly that people just voluntarily give it up and quit exercising those rights, that has accomplished their end. And I think that's what we've been doing for the last, well, since the 68 Gun Control Act, really, because that's where it all started. The 68 Gun Control Act, a lot of people need to be aware, you know, that has a list of prohibited persons in it. And that list has been growing and growing. They keep adding in onto it. See, now they say if you're even in a divorce, they file things and try to take your guns. They're now trying to say veterans can't have guns if they ever collapse on the battlefield. They're now saying that's a mental illness. Right. A lot of those provisions of the 68 Gun Control Act were never enforced. Like, for example, it's illegal for a person who's addicted to drugs or who's an illegal user of narcotics to possess a firearm. And you could never prove that much. And so now Rush Limbaugh hurts his back. He's on OxyContin. He can't own a gun. Well, it's more like the pot smoker. If you're going to be a pot smoker, you can't be a gun owner. Because it's listed as a narcotic. Yes, right, even though it's not. Yeah. But that's listed as such, yes. What is that, Schedule 3? Schedule 1. Schedule 1. Yeah, Schedule 1 drugs have no known medical use whatsoever. Can't even experiment with them. Cocaine's on Schedule 2, okay? You can at least... So marijuana's worse than cocaine? Yeah. Because cocaine has medical use in surgery. Yeah, well... Blood vessel. But the history of marijuana is that it's been used medicinally for hundreds, maybe 1,000 years. Yeah, so they're widening. I mean, I can't tell you how many vets I know, including one of them who's a famous football player. I'll just leave it at that. And he has no criminal record. And he tried to go in and buy a firearm last year, and they said, there's something in your Army record. And they wouldn't even tell him. They said, no more guns. In fact, we may come to your house and take them. In fact, you just can't buy a gun, pal. We're coming to take them. Yeah, I have a vet who has the same problem. He seeing the VA doctors, right? They're nice government paid for doctors, but most of them are like Indian and, you know, non-Americans. And he happened to draw a particular Indian woman doctor who said, oh, you've got you've got post-traumatic stress disorder. You shouldn't be allowed to have firearms anymore. Yeah, no, it's foreigners who hate the Second Amendment because of the culture. Yeah. It's a sad point we've come to, but I'm glad you allow me to be here to at least wake up people a little bit as to this particular new threat with this prosecution of citizens for selling to illegal aliens. We've got to get your press release out to everybody. It's Feds convict Texans for selling a gun to illegal alien with Texas driver's license. Key report. And how do we help Mr. Copeland? Obviously, the guys have been haranguing me, rightfully so. Let's get him on with Mr. Velty in the next week or two before he goes to prison. I mean, let's try to help him. Well, I don't know that there's a lot any of us can do for him now. He's been convicted, all right? There's one thing about the legal system, and is that it presumes itself to be so infallible that once they decide something, it's decided. It's res judicata, and it stays that way. Now, its only prayer is an appeal, and that the judge made some kind of error during the course of his trial that he could get a reversal. Well, he contacted us after he'd been convicted. I'd met him before that, after it had happened, but we need to try to help him somehow. Paul Velty, thank you so much for spending time with us. Thank you. Amazing interview. We'll be right back. That's Paul Velty, Peaceful Texas for Firearms Rights. I'm Alex Jones, defending the Republic.